Hello, friends. This is Sharmi. I'm here once again. We'll be planting three Japanese forest grass, Hakanokloa macra. This is, I think, the all gold variety. I did plant it before last year as well. I love Japanese maples. I know I'm in Houston area, Zone 9A, so it's not a great area to plant Japanese maples, but I do have a few and they have been thriving pretty well. It's mostly because of the spot that I have chosen for them. So we have a coral bark, Sango Kaku Japanese maple here. Love the red bark that it has over the winter. It leaves out as like lime green in spring and then gets like a bright yellow fall color. But as you can see, it gets a little bit of sun on the top for maybe like about 3 to 4 hours, maybe max midday, but bottom half of it is in the shade. So the roots are always in the shade. And it's kind of in a corner of the fence here. And then over here, I'm going to, at its bottom, I'm going to plant the three Hakanokloas that I have, the Japanese forest grass. I think it's going to thrive here pretty well. We do have some weeds here that I was trying to pull out, and then we'll have the forest grass replace the weeds, which I think is far better. So this is the soil I typically use. This is just organic garden soil. It's worked very well for me. It's from Kellogg. I don't get any money from Kellogg's to talk about them, but this is what I use. It works for me. I also sometimes mix it with humus or compost. But over here, since it stays really moist, I'm just going to use this. This has a lot of pine bark, which I think will be good for aeration. And so I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to plant the three forest grasses in here. So I think it'll be pretty good. This area, as you can see, is like, what's the time now? It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's in total shade, the bottom half. A little bit of sun over my head, but just as the sun moves over my neighbor's house, this area comes in full shade. Now we have some soil which I'll spread over this area. As you can see, I have a little tiny boxwood hedge which I planted a couple of years back. It's doing okay here, and I do have a hydrangea here. It's completely leafless now. I planted as a small quart pot. I think it's one of the Tough Stuffs hydrangea from, I forgot which one. Show that information later on, but that is the little hydrangea that's there. And this is what I'm doing to spread out the soil. I use this for weeding mainly. It's like a stirrup hoe, but now I'm just using it to spread the soil over. As I said, there are no rules in gardening. Just do whatever works for you. Since I was weeding here, I had this. I'm also using this to spread the soil. I'm going to leave the base of the maple uncovered. This is one of my favorite maples. I bought it several years ago, and it has grown some, but as you know, Japanese maples are very slow growers. It takes a while for them to grow. This is expected to grow about, I believe, 20 feet, but it takes a long time for the Sango Kaku to grow. The most important thing about it, and the best thing, is the red branches, which kind of stand out in winter, make it super attractive, even what a lot of people call winter interest. That said, again, in Houston, we have a lot of winter interest. I have my boxwoods that look really good. even after the freeze we had the week before. So, but we do have deciduous trees, and I would, including this maple. Got one planted, planting the second one. This area also has some, what is it called? Drip irrigation, which has been turned off. Probably will stay turned off for a while. These are healthy Japanese maples. I'm trying to loosen the bottom roots. I'm sorry about the noise that you're hearing. I think it's the gardeners on the property next to us. They're here and their lawnmower is on. This one has already started leafing out. I kept it outside in a pot for the last about couple of months. Didn't have a chance to plant it, and then the freeze came, and I just took it inside a small greenhouse that I have. My husband built it for me in, I think it was 2021, after the what people call the Texas freeze for a week, when I lost 4 of my big palm trees that were newly planted. Put one here, I think. You can see that these plants are really healthy. It's even growing from the bottom. It's been sitting in this pot for a little bit. It's not totally root bound, but it does have some roots that have started going around it, which is why I'm loosening it up. I think it's going to do okay here. Still kind of third week of January, fourth week actually of January. So I think it'll be fine establishing itself here. Okay. Okay, almost done making a hole for this plant. I did forget to use my usual biotone here. So what I'm going to do, where did it go? Just mix a little bit in the soil nearby. It should be fine. I think it would have been fine even without the biotone. Those are the 3 Hakano Koa Makra, the all gold variety. And we'll see how it does over the years. I'm assuming it's going to do well. This bottom area stays pretty much in the shade, almost like maybe it gets like an hour or 2 of sun at best when the sun is right overhead here, but otherwise it's in shade. And then when this tree leaves out, it's going to be in shade of this tree. That's it, friends. We're done with this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.